It's a Canadian program that's run for nearly 60 years, but now the United Nations is calling it out. A recently released UN investigation says Canada's temporary foreign worker program serves as a breeding ground for contemporary forms of slavery.
The allegations that are made in the report would come as no surprise to any immigration lawyer in Canada.
The UN Special Rapporteur into contemporary forms of slavery points to how many temporary workers are tied to an employer through a closed work permit, meaning they're only allowed to work for the company that sponsored them to come to Canada, leading to examples of what he says is underpayment, wage theft, physical, emotional, and verbal abuse.
When a foreign worker is on a closed work permit, that employer holds the key to them being able to stay in Canada on a temporary basis, sometimes on a permanent basis.
The Special Rapporteur came to these conclusions in part during a 2-week trip to Canada last year and provided limited statistics to back up his claims, but he does point to the explosion of the temporary program in recent years. In 2018, there were 84,000 temporary foreign workers, while in 2022, it jumped to over 135,000. Many of whom have come as low-wage workers.
We're making our businesses addicted to low-wage labor instead of them going and investing in innovation and investing in productivity.
That addiction is in a weakening labor market. Youth unemployment is at its highest level since 2014, and an analysis by Bloomberg estimates unemployment for temporary workers themselves has reached 11%, both nearly double the current general unemployment rate.
It's created increased competition for many of the jobs that non-permanent residents often work in. They're often in lower paying areas of the service sector.
One way the Special Rapporteur says the government could reduce abuse is to provide a pathway to permanent residency for temporary workers, Donna, something the Liberals promised in the last election, but have now backed away from.
Mackenzie, thanks.